Welcome to Chemistry Realignment. We are on Sankofa's time. Peace to the gods. God is up and God is rising. Ashe. Thus, Kringel is the God El that snatches, takes, cuts, life, Ankh. A life cutter is a life closer, the claws of Santa Claus, from Latin, clausus. To close, the great closer, reverse of the opener called Ptah and Heru. Nick claws, Satan, Nick close, shuts off the true light. Closed places like closets are shadowed, Shaddai, old. Kringle is the clincher, clincher, trapper, and prisoner. Clink equals prison, clinch. To close claws tightly, close claws tightly. The CROSS is the close, the claws of Set and Santa. Claws that will close upon its prey. Nicholas is Nick claws, claws that nick. Satan Nick claws. In the dictionary, Nick means to cut, cheat, steal, also prison. Nickel in German means demon, rascal. From the deceptive copper color of the ori, from the name Nicholas, nag means to torment, annoy. Negro means death. Other words, in this family are snake, sneak, snag, snook, snick, to cut. All these nick words are from Kemet, neck, N-E-K, N-A-K, nekkit, N-E-K-H-T, and nag, having very negative meanings. Calamity, death, to tie/bind, be doomed, injured, violence, break open, and knack or naki is likely the source of Nick as the devil's name. Nak, I means enemy, foe, serpent, fiend, devil. All the Bible's nicknames point only to Nick. Nicanor, a Greek albino, Acts 6 and 5. Nicanor is Nicanor, Neri, light, of light from Nick, Lucifer. Nicodemus, biggest of Nicks, a Pharisee and ruler of the Jews. John 3 and 1. Ruler like King Melchizedek, the Nick to whom Nick Abraham paid tithes. Reference to his nocturnal coming like old Nick is made twice. The same came to Jesus by night. John 3 and 2, 1939. Like Set came to Heru, bringing the Nicket or the Nak. For Set equals spiritual darkness, lack of God's loving light. Jesus told him he could never see God's kingdom without being born again. But why did Nicodemus, the devil, participate in Christ's burial? John 19:39 through 41. He is Set, burying, putting down, hiding, suppressing, putting out the true Christ or true light, loving light. His coming by night is mentioned again in the same verse when he comes to bury Christ. The last part of his name, Demas or Odin, reflects the first part, making him Red Nick, Dim Adam, means red, aligned with damn, demon, dichotomy. Etymology: Nicolaitans, Nicolaitan equals Nick, the snake lord, Iton, and snake Adani, Lord, condemned in Revelations 2:6 and 15. Nicholas, a proselyte of Antioch, Acts 6 and 5, meaning gentle or Gentile convert to false Judaism. Nicopolis, where Paul went to winter, Titus 3 and 12, like Nick, old Nick, at the permanently wintered North Pole. White is the color of death, and the albino white season of death. When Set peaks, the spiritual winter or cycle of the white season is over. To summarize Santa's biblical presence, Kris Kringle, in the name Christ, we find Kris Claus, and angel, we find Kringle, and Nicholas, we find Nicholas, also Claus/Chris or Christ again. So where's the name Santa? In the Bible, reference books say Santa means saint. This is true for any Santa, except Claus, for we can trust their references, especially when the deceiver himself is the subject reference. The name Santa is Satan. Santa is composed of the exact same letters as the Satan he is. In Dutch, Sente or Santa is set in. The Santa is throughout the unholy, deceiving Bible. St.Nick personifies consumption/materialism, being an icon of the culture that created him. His fat and main trait attest to this, as they did in the past. Albinos still worship and glorify Set, disguised as Satan, Santa Claus. Most blacks worship Satan Claus also. They put their precious children in his red lap and get photos taken with the red cheek, hairy red devil in a red suit. Why red? Because Set was red. Hence the devil is red, in all shades like the children of Set. Albinos who honor the loving God as their father are real people, humans, people of loving light. Albinos and any people who continue to honor Nick as their father are Nickers. Nickers sounds like niggers. No wonder we hate this word. Brought to us from the Nickers themselves, whose global historical nicking is unsurpassed. They had it backwards, reversed. Nigger then is Nick R. Thus, the real Nickers, for the most part, turn out to be the lily white or pink Nick R's, along with any people of heartless inner darkness, the darkness of Set, confused with the color black. The color black receives, accepts, absorbs the light. The color white rejects, reflects the light more than a mirror. And it was at the Council of Nicaea where the true light of Christianity got nicked to death. Claws, closed, clawed, crucified, through thrust, diabolized, and buried by old Nick, Nick, working through his major niggers, Nickers, to supplant the teachings of the true loving God and Goddess with a counterfeit, which is still nicking people today on all levels, keeping the world in a spiritual night. For sniggering, Santa is not the giver. He is falsely portrayed as, but the thief, the taker, undertaker, like Nicodemus, attested by the words Nick R, petting and giving, meanly small, and naked, stripped, devoid. Not a single child ever received a gift from him. Nick turns Christ mass into a white deathly X mass, brimming over with mass, brimming over the artificial gifting, soaring depression, and escalated suicide rates. Now we know why Santa winks. Ashe.